Hugo, now the dust has settled from Tuesday night's game, how's the mood in the camp and how have you been getting on in training?
Well, initially the mood after the game Tuesday night was probably it was a feeling was probably disappointment. We felt we didn't take from the game what we felt that we deserved. It was a pretty close game, really, overall, particularly if you look at the game overall, of the whole 90 minutes. And we feel that we should certainly have scored another goal and come away with a point. That's how we feel, you know. But the mood's been fine. Obviously, we trained yesterday and today being Friday. The mood's been good out on the pitch. We're fully aware of the situation that we currently find ourselves in and the task ahead. And you know, we're all up for it. And the mood's very, very positive. And we're looking forward to getting back out on the pitch at the EBB tomorrow.
I think Tuesday was kind of classic of our season so far, wasn't it? I don't think it's us being extra positive or anything, but there have been a lot of games this season where we probably deserved more than we've ended up getting from it. Do you think that's the case?
Well, we certainly feel that way, but ultimately the game's about scoring more goals than the other team. And Southend took one extra chance than us on Tuesday night, and that's just the way football is. So I like to think over the course of a season that if you want to call it luck, evens itself out. Sometimes, you know, what do I mean by that is that you might get away with something that the referee doesn't spot, and then 3 weeks later it's the other way around, you know what I mean? So everything does tend to even itself out, I like to think. But listen, but the main thing is that we're all the players and the staff super positive. As I said, we've had a couple of really, really good days training, and we're really looking forward to getting back at the EBB tomorrow.
We're kicking off this Saturday-Tuesday run, which is going to be going on for a while. And when I last spoke to Tommy, he touched on you and Brad kind of figuring out what we're going to be doing in training and the plans for the players and stuff. So can you give us a bit more details?
Well, yeah, listen, the most important thing right now is that you've got Saturday, Tuesday for forever, right? So the most important people, and it's kind of, you've got to split into two kind of almost groups, as it were. You've got the ones that have played, who then need a bit of extra time to recover, and then the ones that haven't played, or have played less, have come off the bench or haven't played at all. So we've got to make sure that their training and their preparation is absolutely spot on. So when the gaffer wants to pick them or put them on the pitch, that they're absolutely ready to go. And then also on the flip side, for the lads that have played, is to enable them enough time to be completely fresh to be able to start the next game should the gaffer pick them. So it's not like rocket science or anything, it's just logic and common sense, which hopefully Brad especially has in abundance.
So obviously when you have runs like this, it's tough on the legs, maybe a few injuries here and there. Do you think we've got enough depth in our squad at the moment to cope with those kind of things that might happen?
Well, yeah, I think so, yeah, because again, the key thing is between games and, you know, is refreshment. Yeah. And I don't mean of the liquid kind, I'm talking about being fresh for the next game, and the way to do that is to make sure that the recovery sessions are correct for the players and they put the right things in their body and they get enough sleep. Sleep's the biggest thing for the players. And they got to the point, and you know, I know they take the mick out of me a little bit because I am Mr. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And that's probably the dad in me, but there you go.
Yeah, having to be a parent to the players, that's nothing unusual, is it? But looking ahead to this weekend, Hugo, obviously we've got Hartlepool. It was a result we didn't want at their place earlier in the season. So are we confident in turning that around?
Yeah, listen, we're at home. You know, we're looking forward to the game. Obviously, we've done some work on Hartlepool where we think that they're strong and how we can deal with that, and obviously where we think that we can maybe hurt them a little bit and create chances to score goals. But the biggest thing for me now is, you know, and the gaffer's alluded this to some point over, you know, here and there in the past, is what we call the collective intention. And by that, what I mean is that everybody's got to be thinking in the same thing, positive, you know, and that goes from the board to the staff, to the players, to the people that look after us here at Gordon's, to the supporters, to whoever, to everybody, to you, to the guys on the radio. Is that we've all got to stick together and we've all got to have the same intention, and that is clearly to win as many games of football as we can between now and the end of the season, and hopefully stop looking over our shoulder.
I mean, you did touch on it at the beginning of the interview, but are you seeing that from the players at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. We're really, really tight-knit. I think the characters we've got within the change room, this also comes down to how you recruit as well, because you've got to make sure it's very easy to go, well, he's a good player, but you've got to check, well, what kind of person is he, and will he fit into the change room with everybody else, or is he got some history of maybe being a little bit disruptive, and we don't have any of those. Yeah, of course, people are going to bite and moan a little bit each other from time to time, but that's normal within professional sport because everybody wants to win and they all want to push each other to keep winning. So we always say to them, listen, we've got to all give each other critical feedback, and that's not just to the players. We welcome it from the players to the staff, and the staff as well. We're very, very critical of each other about how we operate day to day. What can we do better? Did we get everything right in training? Could we have done something different, or whatever it may be? How we behave on the tuck, all kinds of things. We're very, very critical about it, but it's done in a very, very kind of positive way. When nobody cries or gets upset, it's like, okay, well, that's a fair point. Yeah. I could do better there. Maybe I could have made that recovery run. Maybe I need to run a little bit more when recovering and or communicate a bit, but wherever it might be. Being able to give each other feedback. And so as a result, we've got a really, really tight-knit group. They all want the same thing. They all want to do really, really well for Aldershot. They all want to play. They all can't play. So when they don't play, they support the ones that are playing. And when they come on the pitch, they just try to take the baton off the guys that have been playing and drive the team forward.